Because I will always find it just a little funny when parents say that their children need to do what they're told and not question or talk back. And then those same parents will turn around and get mad at those children for following behind the crowd and doing things that they shouldn't have done. Like, you groomed them to be followers, and now you're mad that they are consistent with your teachings. You failed to give them the opportunity to learn some critical thinking skills. You failed to allow them to learn how to navigate complex situations. You failed to teach them that it's okay to say no. You failed to allow them to learn how to listen to their intuition. You told them that doing what they're told, no matter what, is their duty, and that they don't have to think for themselves. They just need to follow directions. And now you're mad because they literally do what you told them to do. Because teaching your children how to think for themselves starts at a very early age. And by forcing your children to do without question or understanding the whys, you're essentially stifling their ability to develop critical thinking skills. And critical thinking is an important part of making informed decisions, solving problems, and understanding that there are consequences to your actions, be it good or bad. And when children are encouraged to ask questions and think for themselves, they learn to assess situations. They learn how to weigh out their options and make better choices. For example, imagine a child who's always told what to do without any explanation. They might follow orders, but they miss out on understanding the why behind their actions. This lack of understanding can lead to blindly following others' instructions, even in potentially harmful situations. This is one of the many ways children have been so easily groomed by predators. They have never been taught to question things, even when they feel uncomfortable, and they end up being hurt just because they think they have to do what they're being told because they're being told to do it. Encouraging children to think independently helps them to become more self reliant and confident in their abilities. When parents allow their children to ask questions and explore different perspectives, they begin to foster a sense of autonomy and empowerment. And this is especially important when they're in like middle and high school age and have to face all types of pressure from their peers. The teen who has always been told what to do without question will, 9 times out of 10, always blindly follow behind others into dangerous situations. Whereas the teen who was encouraged to think for themselves is more likely to evaluate the situation and use their critical thinking skills to make better choices and stay safe and out of trouble. So it's important to learn how to strike a balance between providing guidance and encouraging autonomy. Children need boundaries and they need rules for structure and safety, but they also need the freedom to be able to ask questions and help them understand the reasoning behind those rules. This balance is going to help them to develop a healthy sense of respect for authority while also fostering independent thought. It also helps them to know the difference between an individual who actually cares about them and those who don't. So don't tell your kid to do their homework. Explain to them the importance of knowledge and education and how they will benefit from it in the future. Motivate them to complete their work and teach them the values of whatever efforts that they put forth. We also have to understand that promoting open communication between parents and their children is is the key to all of this. When your children feel like they are safe to express themselves, share their thoughts, and question their environment, they develop much better problem solving skills and emotional intelligence. This open dialogue also strengthens the parent child relationship, a relationship that should be built on mutual trust and respect. Encourage your children to ask questions and share their opinions, even if what they think and believe is different from your own thoughts and beliefs. This practice is going to teach them that their thoughts are valuable and that it's okay for them to just be different from other people, to think differently, to see things from a different perspective. It is okay for them to do that. The real life consequences of raising children to follow blindly can be seen in so many different situations. For example, adults who've never been encouraged to question authority may struggle in workplaces where critical thinking and innovation are valued. These adults also tend to be doormats and get taken advantage of by those who have much stronger personalities. They end up in abusive relationships and don't have the ability to assert personal boundaries or recognize when they are with people who are displaying red flags. Conversely, children raised to think critically are better equipped to handle life's challenges. They're more likely to stand up for themselves, make informed decisions, and navigate complex social dynamics with confidence. In the end, while it's important for children to learn respect and follow the rules, it is equally essential to foster their ability to think critically and independently. By encouraging open communication, providing explanations, and valuing their input, parents can help their children grow into confident, self reliant individuals who are capable of making sound decisions even in difficult situations. Teaching children to question and think for themselves is one of the greatest gifts that a parent can give. It prepares them for a future where they can navigate life's challenges with wisdom and confidence. I already hear the naysayers. I don't have to answer to my children. I pay the bills. You do what I say, blah, 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 blah. Well, good luck constantly taking off from work to go sit in the principal's office trying to think of some ways to punish your kid for doing exactly what it is you taught them to do, which is follow blindly and doing what they're told, even when what they're being told is something that's going to negatively impact their lives.
And twist myself at the spine.